STICKERMANIA from Louisville, Kentucky. We got a special guest tonight.
I wish I came in 15 minutes.
We got Sticker Granddaughter, and we got Little Beetle over here. You want to sit over there and show them your... Sit over here in my chair.
No,
Well, then stand up. Stand up a second.
30 minutes.
All right.
30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes. He's dressed up in a Little Beetle collarless suit that I got on loan from Matthew. We appreciate it. Thanks.
Who's Matthew?
He met me at the store yesterday. We're going to pass it
Matthew,
on to
how is
another younger kid here when you grow out of it, which won't be long. Great, you're growing.
Dallas.
What's going on out there? Kevin from Kevin Records picked me up at noon today, and we went to the Christmas party at Magnetic Tape Company here in town. Philip is the owner, and he was the host. And I met John Hood was there, and he got a picture of my. He probably has it on his Facebook already, but he held up the Led Zeppelin turquoise before it goes out in the mail on Monday. All right. What's some notes today? At the magnetic tape, Philip has rebuilt a whole 1970s Macintosh system with an amplifier, a preamplifier, and a tuner. And he was going to give me a $6,000 deal on it, but told him maybe in January.
Nicole said, "Good evening, Frank and Sticker Kids."
How you doing there, Nicole?
Ain't that something? Said, "Are we going to address the elephant in the room?"
Elephant in the room. Talking about sticker kid, sticker teenager.
Holly said, "Sticker teen looks great in the suit."
All right, you want to sit over here and show it?
I hate Jimmy.
You want to sit over here and show it? Come on, they're talking about it. Just do it real quick.
No.
Real quick.
No.
Well, stand up. Come on. Go sit in my seat a second. Then be done. Be done.
This is so tight.
I know. You're a little big for it.
What are you standing? I'm scared.
All right, sit down there and do a little dance.
Twist and shout.
You got a twist and shout for us? a little more action.
Come on.
You gotta twist and then shout really loud.
He's almost got a Beatle haircut. All right. Did you bring a Beatle joke with us with you today?
I'm tired.
Did you bring a Beatle
I
joke?
stayed up last night. That's a joke.
All right.
Hip Battersea said, "Sticker Kid, you look awesome. I hope you like it." I think that's Matt.
That's probably Matthew.
And that's what he was talking about.
I hate you, Matthew.
All right. Well, we're not addressing that. I told you that we're not talking about that.
I know.
All right, Woofy Baby out there. Next, if you watch this Woofy Baby, we need an address so we can send your Magical Mystery Tour DVD Blu-ray box set. I do not have an address you haven't bought from me on eBay in the last 90 days. Some other notes. I talked about the Macintosh 1970s he rebuilt. He showed me the parts he rebuilt on that, and if I had that with my Thorns TD320 turntable and my Hersey speakers, I think it'd be the ultimate system for where I can't play it too loud because I would get the neighbors upset with all the bass.
Nicole said, "Looking good, dude."
Looking good, dude. Just giving you a compliment. All right, a couple notes about some current stuff. Shabuzi on Saturday Night Live, I think I mentioned he was on there too late with the bar song. He should have been on there when the song was #1 for 19 weeks, but it's probably really tough to get on Saturday Night Live. I thought his performance on the Billboard Music Awards was better. And Billy Strings, I've been listening to him a lot lately from Nashville. He's really good. What do you think about Billy Strings?
Uncle Paul said, "Happy Saturday. Everyone looks nice, but where's the Santa hats?"
The Santa hats are right over there. You want to put a Santa hat on?
Yeah, I need him to hand it to me.
Can you hand her the Santa hat, please? Please?
No.
Well, hurry up.
Shoot!
Man.
All right. Some other notes. The Christmas songs they're playing in our music system. They're playing like 5 versions of
Which one?
Happy Christmas, War is Over by John Lennon. But they're playing all the covers. We heard about 4 different versions, and before we closed, they actually played the John Lennon version of Happy Christmas, War is Over. And I asked Sticker granddaughter, who was playing, who's the female that's singing with John Lennon on Happy Christmas, War is Over, and she had no clue.
I said Britney Spears.
Yeah, she said Britney Spears, and another, Lisa, another older cashier said right away, said Yoko Ono. Doors, Dave Evans is reaching out to me on the strange days. Pressing, you want to know if this is a Monarch pressing? And I learned from Kevin Records, it has CTH in the dead wax. That means it's a Terre Haute pressing. Original pressing on Strange Days with a great big E Electra. That's your answer, Dave. It is a Terre Haute pressing. All right, so what I got on the table. What other notes do I have?
I don't want this to explode.
Yes, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Good deeds.
Good. Mike, shout out to Mikey Arugula on Mean Mr. Mayo's channel. That's a great Christmas special you did there a couple days ago, and thanks for the shout outs of all those Christmas singles you bought for me. And you did a great job of opening the package that I sent to you. All right.
Ow.
Wake up, Sticker, Little Beetle. At the Billboard Awards, the best new artist was, who got it? Chappell Roan got the New Artist Award on Billboard Music Awards. She only did a 41-second video acceptance speech. And she says, yeah, it only took me 10 years to become the best new artist. So I guess that's a little jab on her part. But it's good that she even made an acceptance speech for Billboard, because they had an article about her breaking up with her, firing her manager, and she says, that sucks. So she got over that, I guess. Chappell ain't afraid to voice her opinion. That's the notes on that.
Good deed.
A good deed in a second. We're going to give away in about 20 minutes these 2 original 1964 Beatles Hard Day's Night. These are programs you bought when you saw the movie in August of 1964 in the United States. And then you bought this in the stores for 29 cents. The Beatles exclusive, starring in A Hard Day's Night. It's got a lot of pictures in it that weren't in the movie. There's Paul playing the drums. That's one of my last sealed 1978s I got from a BC 13 box set from the first numbered ones, Hard Day's Night. All right, let's put that down. Talked about the Doors. I'm going to talk about what's on the table here for a second.
I like your cup.
Let's talk about this. Just got this in today. A perfect mint Ringo Starr 1965 Soaky or 66, made by Colgate Palmolive right across the river here in Louisville. But I made the mistake of telling them not to empty the liquid that's over, that would be 58 years old, because it's turned to acid. And when I moved to Louisville in 1997, my Ringo Soaky that I brought in the Jeep I had, the liquid ran out and took the paint right off the front of Ringo. So this is still full liquid. Luckily, it hasn't leaked at all. Let's get out the 60-year-old liquid of acid.
Will it do anything to you?
I'm just going to pour it out into this old cup, and then we'll throw it away
I'm choking.
into the drain out to that side. All right, there's original box for the Soaky made by Colgate Palmolive. You know, they only made Paul and Ringo. Let's see if I can be real careful of doing this. Let's move this here. This is a 1966 last program, the last Beatles show with a ticket.
It.
You want to touch it?
Yeah, I want to.
There's the acid liquid in there.
No, with
No,
that. You
no,
can't
it's
with that
it's
on.
really dangerous.
You got that suit on. No, you gotta stay away.
Oh,
Can you go get me a wipey by the sink, please?
Yeah.
I don't think this is the original. I think they just put some new shampoo in there because I've seen what it looked like from 60 years old. So luckily, that's not the original liquid. She's gonna get a wipey, then she can throw this out. Put that in the toilet for me.
ugh.
Mikey said Sticker Kid looks fantastic.
Mikey Arugula?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I was about to touch it.
All right. Well, let me clean this off.
No, not with that suit on.
Yeah.
That suit's on loan for you, buddy.
Yeah.
So.
Mr. Make Believe said love the Avondon Paul shirt.
Thanks.
It doesn't do anything, Skylar.
And Uncle Paul said it's a live unpouring.
All right. So we got that done.
Were you made up this?
Give me a paper towel so I can clean this
Just
off.
set it out there. I'll dump it when we're done.
Piece of paper towel, please. Got this in today. That's 1960. How you doing, Mikey Arugula? I loved your Christmas special on Mean Mr. Mayo.
Hurry up and then we'll go throw it away.
Thanks for the shout outs. Even Joe Mayo gave me a shout out. Says, what are you going to send me for Christmas, Frank? So I got this in today. One of the nicest 1968 Yellow Submarine lunchbox and thermos I've ever had in my lifetime. Inside's got the thermos clip. It's almost white with no flaws at all. Made by King Features, Aladdin and Industries in Nashville, Tennessee. And even the thermos is really nice. With the original unbroken glass and hardly any tarnish wear on the bottom. Little rearrangement of Sticker Kid in his collarless Beatles suit.
He took my collar and put it inside my shirt.
Alright,
No, I don't.
let's put this away. It goes into that box in the other room. Careful.
The other room.
Yeah, you'll see a priority box. Take that with you.
Please let me take this off.
No. You got about 20 more minutes.
20 more minutes? Okay.
Let's sit down and be quiet, please.
You be quiet.
Alright, got my Beatles button that Mikey Arugula likes a lot. One more time. That was worn at the Washington, D.C. concert February 11th, 1964.
Mikey said love you all.
Love you too, Mikey. Can't wait till March. Something coming up. I had that here. Now I'm
Was it the 28th or something? I don't remember.
It's towards the end of March. I think it's
Mikey
like the
said,
18th.
where did you get that suit?
Amazon.
Matthew reached out on our last live stream, and he was in Louisville over the last 4 days, and he met me at the my work yesterday. He told me to pass it on to another serious Beatles collectors because he says he knows I know a lot like you, Mikey, that's got a grandson that's small that can fit into this. Sticker Kid will grow out of this in about a month. Alright, there's my Beatles button. I'm putting it away. It's on my eBay STICKERMANIA 2853 store for $888. Might make a deal outside of eBay. Give me that. We didn't show that hardly at all last time. You can get a hold of me directly through my YouTube channel, and you can pay through my PayPal, Mr_StickerMania at yahoo.com. Who's going to be in charge of this?
Me.
Me. What the heck?
You don't start the questions. He can do that.
He doesn't do nothing.
You're fine.
Obviously.
Mikey said, where did
He's used to it.
Hmm?
We sold
Oh, yeah, I
this.
didn't do
I
that.
sold this
Okay.
on my STICKERMANIA 2853.
It fixed the button.
Okay.
My fault.
I saw this 5x7 from a photographer working for the Cleveland newspaper in 1964 when the Beatles were getting off the plane in Cleveland to perform at the music hall, where they had to halt the concert for 20 minutes, 10 at the third song, All My Lovin', because there were only 100 policemen on duty and the crowd started rushing to the front and they thought this 13-year-old girl was going to get stampeded. John Lennon was pissed. He had to go back to the dressing room. He says that's never happened before. But Brian Epstein explained to him it had to be done. Photo from the original negatives of the Beatles getting into the limo in Cincinnati, 1966, by the photographer Gordon Byer. This is the time that the concert got rained out and they had to perform at noon on a Sunday and then travel to St. Louis and perform that same day again. The only time the Beatles ever performed 2 shows in 2 cities in the United States in the same day. Talking about the Beatles concerts. Got this in 2 days ago. I showed a short of it. This program was held at Candlestick Park, August 29th, 1966, where it was about half full because there was the weather was real bad, and the last Beatles show ever. It says here, Candlestick Park, August 29th, 1966. But inside this, right on this corner, was this ticket stub stapled that I carefully removed. And on the back of this large 5-inch by 2-inch ticket stub is the person that went to the show wrote the set list on the back of the ticket. So here are the songs they performed on the last show in San Francisco before a performing audience, the last show ever. And when they were leaving, George says, well, I'm not a Beatle anymore. Here you go. Rock and roll music, She's a Woman, Day Tripper, Paperback Writer, I Want to Be Your Man, If I Needed Someone, Babies in Black, Nowhere Man, I Feel Fine, Yesterday, and they ended their performing career with Long Tall Sally.
Mikey Rigola said, how much for a laser disc behind you?
Laser disc behind me.
The Beatles complete.
Video disc, Mikey, not a laser disc. Come on. It's a CD sealed, complete Beatles. I will sell it to you for $50. Send it to my PayPal and I'll ship it out to you. You know that Paul McCartney bought the rights to this. You'll never see this again. The complete Beatles. We got a deal there, Mikey?
Deal or no deal?
Deal or no deal? Let's make a deal. What do you think about that program there, Mikey? You went to the 66 Shea Stadium concert. Didn't show this
He
last.
said I will take it.
All right, Mikey, we made a deal. Fist bump. That's not gonna fit. Give me a Beatles hat.
It will. Come on.
It's not gonna fit.
Put it on your head. Just put it on your head.
All right, there you go.
There.
Is that better?
Oh.
All right, the mail's kind of messed up right now, so I'm going to show this kit. Polly's interested in this kit. She wanted me to throw the shirt in for $325, but I said this kit with the baseball jersey I got coming in from 1974, it'd have to be a $400 deal. This is the original kit sent from Capitol Records to Sam Goody in Huntington, New York, for the promo of the 10-year anniversary of the Beatles. You can see how the solo Beatles there are on the front of the kit. Let's see what we got in here. I showed the dividers last week.
Uncle Paul
All
said
right.
looks good, Frank.
All right, give me a Beatles hat, please. This doesn't not fit good. All right, never mind. I'll get it.
Hey,
Wake up, buddy. Wake up. Give me a Beatles hat.
I
This
like
is a Beatles hat.
That's a Rolling Stones hat.
It still counts.
All right,
as
well,
a
I'm
Beatles.
busy. Okay. Here. That's good enough. Take that off. That's making me sweat. All right, here what we got in the kit. You saw this. These are the dividers for the store when they were still selling albums. Ringo Starr, George Harrison's got a little wear there on the one side. He had 2 albums out, All Things Must Pass and Living in the Material World. Ringo had Sentimental Journey, Beaucoup of Blue, and Ringo. Paul McCartney had McCartney Ram, Wildlife Band on the Run, and Red Rose Speedway. John Lennon had Plastic Ono Band, Imagine, and Mind Games. And there's all the Beatles albums on the divider. All right, here's the posters that were included in it. This is the 10-year anniversary. There's supposed to be 2 of these in there. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And if you notice on the yesterday and today on the butcher cover, they got the the prototype slick for the trunk slick with the purple on there. About the only time that original poster had that prototype besides the 8-track tape. So there's 2 of those, and then you got John Lennon being young to his solo career. You got 2 John Lennons. I think there's 4 of each of them. Let's get, those are 4 Johns. Then we get Paul from 1966 or 64 until he was in Wings. So there's 4 Pauls. George. Should be the last picture, should be with him with sunglasses on. Yes, it is. I had those sunglasses once that promoted one of his albums. And we're missing Ringo. Ringo. There's 4 of each of these in the kit. And I think there's a poster that shows all 4 of them. Let's see if that's in here. Maybe not. No, that's it.
Uncle Paul said, did my holiday card show up yet?
All right, put that over there carefully, please.
Did you hear me?
What? Uncle Paul, what?
Said, did my holiday card show up yet?
Not yet, Uncle Paul. Haven't got your holiday card. Like I said, the mail, I have at least 10, 15 packages that are all being delayed. You want to sell that sticker, kid?
Daniel said Mountain Rushmore posters.
You what?
Daniel said Mountain Rushmore posters.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore.
I have the one that has all 4 of them on the same poster in the closet. I'll show it next time. Remember, you can get a hold of me at Mr_StickerMania@yahoo.com, straight through my YouTube channel. All right, Sticker Kid, let's do these 3 trivia questions on a hard day's night. Are you ready for the trivia question contest? You win both of these original 1964 programs. I think this one's rare because you only got this at the premiere of the movie theater. And it's got some color photos inside here. You know it's a black and white movie. See if there's any other color ones in here. No. That's a pretty cool photo there on the front, them getting into the helicopter. All right, here's my trivia questions for tonight. They're not too hard. 3 questions. You got to get all 3 answers in the same message, right?
Yep. Same message.
What item did John and Paul sign? What item did John and Paul write the original lyrics on to the night before they recorded the song, A Hard Day's Night? What did John and Paul write the lyrics on? What kind of item did they write the lyrics on for the song A Hard Day's Night, and then the next morning they recorded it? That's one question. What song is played in the disco, the dance scene, the discotheque scene in A Hard Day's Night? There's a Beatles song played in the background. That's the second question. Last question. The premiere of the Hard Day's Night movie took place in London, England. What was the name of the movie theater where the premiere took place in London, England, and all 4 Beatles showed up for the premiere? All right, that's your 3 questions. Got any answers?
Nope.
You want me to repeat it one more time? We're playing footsies there, Sticker Kid.
This is what George said. Don't say if something's right or wrong.
Don't say what?
If something's right or wrong, unless they got them all right.
Oh,
Say no, yes.
Mount Rushmore posters. We haven't got any answers yet. Gregor Fio, you're not right. I'm not gonna. You say don't say which ones you got right.
Yeah.
You're getting closer, Gregor Fio. Any other ones?
Not yet.
Oh, you guys are having a hard time on one of them. Here's the 3rd question you're having a hard time on. What movie theater in London did the premiere play at? In the very first premiere that all 4 Beatles showed up, what was the name of the movie theater? It's in my magazine post. 1964. Any other answers? Uncle Paul. Nope, you got one wrong, Uncle Paul. Boy, I thought I was giving it to you, too. The song you put maybe they play that song, too, in the disco scene. So I'm going to have to give it to Uncle Paul. Maybe they play All My Lovin' and Don't Bother Me. But you said the movie theater was London Piccadilly. It was the London Pavilion in the Piccadilly section of town. So we're going to give it to Uncle Paul. Here's a picture. Here's a picture of the Hard Day's Night where it shows the London Pavilion. Way to go, Uncle Paul. First time you've won on our questions. There we go. Hard Day's Night, the premiere at the London Palladium in Piccadilly Circle. Way to go, Uncle Paul. So I hope they played All My Love, and I know they played Don't Bother Me during the Hard Day's Night disco scene. I hope they played All My Lovin' too. I'll have to check. And Matchbox was correct. That's what John and Paul wrote the lyrics on, was a Matchbox. So I got Uncle Paul's address. I'll send that out to you on Monday. Way to go, Uncle Paul. Give him a round of applause, guys.
Why don't you do a dance for us?
Do a victory
And
dance.
then you can probably go. I'll let you go if you do.
Diet.
All right,
You
go
do a victory dance.
do a joke and a little dance, and then you can leave. You got to show your Beatles outfit one more time, and then I got to do some show and tell. All right, let's show them the outfit here. So you got the collarless suit on. He's got
There is a collar.
the tie that came with it. Boy, that is tight on you. You're going to bust it. You better not wear that too many times.
How big are you getting?
Too big.
Got the white shirt. It's got the matching pants. That is pretty nice. Sticker Kid, pretty nice. Let's take that off before you run it. Did you have a joke to tell us?
What?
Did you have a joke?
Oh.
No?
I'm trying to think of one real quick.
And you gotta do your dance.
Give him a little victory dance on your way out. Thank you. What's your little dance?
Why didn't the chicken cross the road?
Why didn't the chicken cross the road?
Because there are cars.
Because there's cars. Alright.
Do a twist and shout dance. Come on.
Twist and shout.
You can do it. Come on.
A little motion in the ocean. Alright, thanks a lot,
I want to
Sticker.
go home.
Alright, you go home.
Go
See you.
home, Sam.
Thanks.
Be careful till you see off. No, leave that there. You don't need it. Just go.
Why are you staring at me?
Alright, little show and tell. Things I've got in.
Uncle Paul said thanks, Frank.
Way to go, Uncle Paul. That was all my notes today. All right, what we gonna show? One
Good
hand.
deed.
Huh?
Good deed.
Good deed for the day. What was my good deed for the day? You know, I'm not into Louisville. Would they have a basketball game today?
No.
And it got crazy at the store from 4 to 5 o'clock. So I ran, register one, and there were 2 other cashiers. And I know after 56 years in the grocery business, I'm about 3 times as fast as any cashier. And I got the lines down really quick. Took me about a half hour. It was really intense. That was before you got there. Really
I'm faster
intense.
than you.
Huh?
I'm faster than you.
I doubt it. 56 years. I'm going to retire in 6 more weekends. I'm counting down the weekends. All right. Got another one of these one-hand clapping with the bonus EP that's sold out on the Paul McCartney website. It's got the EP of the you know, where he did the back, they call it the backyard audio on one hand clapping. That's the only time you can get those 4 songs. And I'm not coming up with what they are now. But it's on the bonus 7-inch edition. All right, you want to put that over there for me? All right, Beach Boys. And then some Chappell Roan. I'm losing my female audience. I need to show some more Chappell Roan. Beach Boys, they had this at a magnetic tape. They had a lot of records for sale at 10% off. And this Beach Boys today is in the shrink from I don't know if this is 66, but I about freaked out when I saw the inner sleeve. Why did I want that inner sleeve? How hard is it to find this inner sleeve? What inner sleeve? What big time Beatles album does this inner sleeve go with? You guys know the answer to that. I wiped out Louisville, I thought, but I found another one today.
Uncle Paul said the backyard seasons.
Yeah, the backyard session.
Sessions. I don't know why I said seasons. Polly said butcher.
Butcher is right.
Dom said I love that Beach Boys album. Looks so crispy.
It is nice. Beach Boys today. It was originally priced $3.79 and marked down to $2.47. It's the mono. Beach Boys today.
Uncle Paul said yesterday and today.
That is correct.
Gregory said butcher.
Yeah, well, Kevin from Kevin Records told me not to tell the owner of Magnetic Tape of why I want this inner sleeve, because then other people will start buying them all up. That's my little secret I just told. I searched high and low for that inner sleeve because it matches with my butcher covers. Got my stereo that I peeled myself, and it doesn't have the goldenrod inner sleeve, so I have one now to go with it. I'll have to change my listing on eBay. And my last West Coast that I have for sale that I think's $1,500 on eBay. Got a little bit of wear on the edges, but I have 4 more coming in. I got one that's perfect I bought today by Jim Hansen. It's a West Coast, and like I said, you're not going to find any more. This was peeled in 2008. Has a COA from Perry Cox. It's a near mint peel by Jim Hansen, and it has a complete trunk slit. Professionally, just looked like it melted off with butter. So I got that coming. I have a stereo West Coast that's halfway peeled coming in. I have a near mint East Coast mono butcher cover coming in. So I have at least 3 more coming in if the mail sorts itself out and if I get it before Christmas. All right, Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin. Mikey, you might want this. Somebody mentioned, sent me a message on my live stream a couple weeks ago that they had this. I'm Only Sleeping pillowcases that were sold in England, sealed in the early 70s. It was originally $8.99, $8.99 pounds. Factory sealed Beatles pillowcases. I'm only sleeping. Price on that is $125, Mikey. Beach Boys. I got this in from the estate we went to the other day. A red vinyl of Good Vibrations from Japan. Red vinyl, Good Vibrations, and the B-side is Let's Go Away for a While. Pretty sure that's Let's Go Away for a While is on Pet Sounds. That's my Beach Boys minute. All right, now we're gonna do Chappell Roan. Let's do Chappell Roan. Give me those old Chappell Roan there.
Every one of them?
I want to show that autograph. I want to show the CD, and I want to show the sign album. Where is the CD? Right there. No, the CD.
I thought you wanted to know.
Yeah, no, just that one. Right there. You got it. And then the COA there.
What do you think I was grabbing?
Good job. And the sign album. All right, here's my Chappell Roan minute. I won't bore you too much with Chappell Roan. I like her a lot. First of all, I put this up on eBay yesterday, and I have 10 watchers overnight of my first CD, sealed CD of Chappell Roan called Kaylee Rose from 2014, 10 years ago. It's got 4 songs: Die Young, Crave You, Tell Me Again, and I Don't Love You. They're all slow ballads before she did Pink Pony Club. Only 500 of these CDs were made. Somebody sold a open one for $600 about a month ago, but this is hand signed by Kaylee Rose, her first and middle name. And it's got a COA from her first promoter, Roderick Paul, hand signed. And he explains how he managed her, and he had to talk to her mom. In 2014, they pulled her out of high school because this was her first contract before she signed with Atlantic Records. $2,000 and it's yours. And then 2016, we got the CD, first CD put out on Atlantic Records. Die Young, Good Hurt, Meantime, Sugar High, and Bad For You. Some of the songs are the same. This one's opened up. And the firm price on this, I have 16 watchers on eBay. Somebody told me a month ago they were going to pay me, and then they said they were going to pay me yesterday, and they didn't. So now it's at $2.99. First person that pays me, early bird gets the worm. Last Chappell Roan, put this up yesterday. 2 days ago, I got 10 watchers already. Chappell Roan, signed with an X and an O. It was signed at the headquarters of Universal Music out in LA earlier in the year, where you can see her signing all these albums. And she doesn't do that anymore, where she signs her whole name and an X and an O. So that's pretty rare, and it's got the COA. That's my Chappell Roan moment. Gregory
Fio said, Frank, first song, I Want to Be Your Man, song and disco scene.
I Want to Be Your Man. Do they have Don't Bother Me in the disco scene?
Gregory said, Happy Crimble.
Happy Crimble. That's what I told Mikey and Joe Mayo the other day. Happy Crimble, Happy Crimble.
Brad Parnell said, I went to the South Louisville Antique Photographer today. I went to the South Louisville Antique and Toy Mall today. Santa was there with a photographer for anyone who wanted to get their picture with him.
All right, Santa was at the South Louisville Antique Toy Mall. I'll be there tomorrow.
Uncle Paul said, Playhouse loves Chappell.
All right, way to go. I'm glad somebody mentioned Chappell. Isn't it Uncle Paul that went down the rabbit hole on Pink Pony Club and played every version there was on YouTube?
Uncle Paul said, All My Loving is in the disco scene.
Is Don't Bother Me in there?
Yes.
Yes? So they did 3 songs? I Want to Be Your Man, All My Lovin', and Don't Bother Me in the disco scene. Does that sound correct? All right, got this in today. Mikey Arugula got some more Christmas records in. You don't need them. You bought all the ones I had. Now I got some duplicates.
Yes.
All right, they did those 3 songs. So my answer, Don't Bother Me, would have been right too.
Yeah.
Season greetings from the Beatles, 1964. This is the way the USA sent out the fan club flexi disc. Still attached, and it's got a mailing address to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the way they sent them out in the mail. It was folded like this, and that's the way it went in the mail. Can you believe that? But Mikey has an original mailer that I sent him from the United States. So you got something I don't have. And then we got in today also, the fan club from the United Kingdom. Yes, Mikey, this has got the insert too, 1965. Real nice shape, real white. It almost looks too good to be true. Got the flexi disc. And it's got the Happy Christmas, Beatles people. Who are the Beatles dressed up as? Who's John dressed up as? Pretty cool. And this is a bonus that I'm throwing in with my sign Christmas record that Mikey was hoping that I would send by mistake, but I didn't. My sign, only one that exists in the world, signed by all 4 Beatles, 1965. Signed to somebody working as a gopher at the BBC. And then he became a DJ, Paul James. That's a COA from Frank Chiazio. He says this is the only one that ever flexi fan club record that ever all 4 Beatles signed. He said later on in 68, 69, John and Ringo signed a couple, but this is the only one where all 4 signed. So you get the regular copy, you get the insert, you get the signed copy, and you get both of the COAs for $37,000. Don't all rush and send me the money at the same time. All right.
Everyone like, subscribe, hit the notification link for more giveaways and great lives and videos with me.
Led Zeppelin turquoise. We better show that one more time.
Uncle Paul said those drawings look like they're around the Beatles' Midsummer's Night Dream outfit hats.
Yes, I think you're right. What happened to my glove? There it is. You saw my Abbey Road, the advanced copy that was in the emergency kit album cover so they could sneak it into a California station. Dave Frazier picked that up the other day at my work. He paid me $850 for the advanced copy of Abbey Road. This is the original. This is the first issue of Abbey Road, but that one I had Abbey Road, the Beatles on the same line. He said that's the only copy of Abbey Road he ever seen where it wasn't on 2 lines like the regular issue. So Dave Frazier, you got a gem there, one of a kind. It had the original signed letter from the vice president of Capitol Records at the Capitol Tower in LA. Led Zeppelin, you guys all ready for the Led Zeppelin documentary coming out February 7th at the IMAX.
Mikey Rigolo said, "Where's my gloves? Send them with the Beatles complete at."
I will. I'll buy you an extra set from Walgreens tomorrow, and I'll send you the white gloves. I know Rachel has a pair of white gloves. She brings it out to make a little fun of me. So Mikey, I'm going to get you some too. We're going to show that Beatles record player. They're going to fix it at magnetic tape. We'll show that next. All right, here's my story on the turquoise. You know this sold for $5,500. It goes out next week. Look how flimsy those covers were made in England. You can't tell me this isn't one of the best conditioned covers of this turquoise that exists in the world. They didn't factory seal them in England, these were not factory sealed. This is the way it was sold in the store. And I showed this record with uncorrected matrices to Philip from Magnetic Tape today and John Hood. They said they've never seen such a clean copy of the first Red and Plum. I'm so nervous, I gotta put it away. Kevin said if I ever played this, it might be a big mistake. This will be a $10,000 album within a few years. And that's got the original patent England inner sleeve it came in. All right, let's put the turquoise away. I don't think I brought the Led Zeppelin sealed tube, but I'm going to show you the Led Zeppelin 4 reel-to-reel again today. One of the top 5 factory pre-recorded reel-to-reels to buy in the world. Philip from Magnetic Tape, when he saw the label, he goes, that was actually cut from the original master tapes and Atlantic Records. He was impressed with that blue label, stereo tape. That was only done for the Columbia House Tape Club in the early 70s. They did this, they did Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones, they did Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie, and a few other ones. All right, Beatles record player, before it goes away to get 6 weeks, it's going to be restored at Magnetic Tape.
Oh, is that for me for Christmas?
So Perry Cox sold one of these for $9,200 that was in plain condition. He had the tag that was underneath there. Mine doesn't have the tag, but I have the instruction sheet, and he didn't have that.
Gregory said, keeping my white gloves from Julian's auction while appraising Lennon's guitar sold for $2.4 million.
That was several years ago. I saw a YouTube video on that today, or yesterday. All right, let's put the record player away. It's going to Philip at Magnetic Tape. So they take another symphonic record player that isn't worth much from 1964. They take the parts out of that and they restore the Beatles record player. All right. Beatles EP, I haven't sold this yet. This is the West Coast, summer of 1964. And people can't understand why this is worth $444, but it's because it says Capitol Records on the green label. West Coast. The West Coast are 5 times rarer than the blue East Coast pressings.
Special appearance.
Special appearance by Sticker Kid. Did you say hi to him?
No.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Did we show everything? Where are we at on time?
It's 11:20 o'clock.
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I put the White Album Factory reel-to-reel up on my STICKERMANIA 2853 eBay store.
He said over 10 years ago. For the appraising.
Oh, gotcha. And it's got all the mistakes that John Lennon hated. It's got Bungalow Bill. It's got Revolution number 1, Revolution number 9. And there's supposed to be like 7 errors. Rocky Raccoon's one of them. And I'm not coming up with the other errors now. But there's like 7 errors on the titles on this box. Oh, we showed that. Mikey bought the... I have a Beta or a VHS. Oh, show me that little guitar there. I got a real nice guitar coming in next week with the strap. This is just kind of like a mini, called a junior guitar. But my 4-pop guitar, Kevin from Kevin Records bought it. It was missing one of the strings. And he's a guitarist. He's going to restore it. He bought it from me today for $200. But I have a real nice one coming, a bigger one with a strap. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's like, Mikey would probably know, it's white and brown. And it's got the original strap and all the pegs and everything. And I'll have that hopefully next week if the mail gets going here. All right. You guys got any questions?
Are you excited for your birthday?
Birthday coming up. I'll be 71 January 1st. What do you think about that?
I'm happy.
So, the Best of Dave Clark 5, the 1972 issue, or the 71 issue from the United Kingdom, that I say is the audiophile pressing, true stereo mixes. I got onto eBay the other day and I bought 5 of them cheap. People don't understand it's the best audiophile pressing of the Dave Clark 5, so I got 5 coming in. It's not this one. This is a 72 2-record set that's got all true stereo. But the Glad All Over doesn't sound as good as the England one does, but it has songs that aren't on the other one, like, what's the song I love a lot? Having a Wild Weekend, Sitting Here Baby, Concentration Baby. It's got a lot of songs that aren't on the other one. Dave Clark 5 minutes. Rolling Stones. Somebody went crazy on my Rolling Stones and bought a bunch of them. Where's my Rolling Stones
Uncle
at?
Paul said my birthday is January 3rd.
All right, you're right there with me.
Daniel Castillo said the Dave Clark 5 were not a popular band from England.
They weren't a popular band from England. They were with Glad All Over. They took the Beatles off the top of the charts early January.
Gregory Fields said got BC 13s.
A BC 13. Nope, I don't have any. I haven't seen any. I missed out on a Beatles and Mono box set from 1982 the other day. I gave a $1,600 offer, and somebody gave an $1,800 offer, and I lost out on it.
And my birthday is January 16th.
So, one person, a Stones freak, bought all 3 of these from me today. This is the 1965 Ed Rudy. It's Here, Love, Stones. And they bought the sealed Some Girls with the hype sticker for Miss You. And they bought the sealed black and blue that's got the title sticker on the back. So the same stone collector bought all 3 of those. I can't believe they didn't buy my goat head suit from 1973 in England with the A2, B3 matrices. The best way to hear goat head suit. And I know John Hood, he loves Exile and Sticky Fingers and the Who Tommy from the United Kingdom. And he got a Pink Floyd Triangle first press today, or this year from the United Kingdom. So John Hood had a big year. But he loved that turquoise. He took a picture of it and sent it to Bob Bradley.
Gordon Teets said Classy Chassis Car Wash gives away a free car wash on your birthday.
All right.
You need a car wash?
I need a car wash. Yeah, I do need a car wash. On January 1st, that might not be open. So this is my Tattoo You that has the hype sticker for Just Start Me Up. The one I had for Start Me Up and Waiting on a Friend went out earlier this week. This one isn't sealed, but my sealed one went out. It's got that weird inner sleeve with that strange high heel shoe.
Daniel Castillo said, "Do you not seek out Kinks records?"
Kinks, I have a whole collection of Kinks in the other room. I got Village Green, and I'll show it on my next one. I got all the top ones, Lola, all the ones that are really hard to get, Arthur, Muswell, and Hillbillies. I'll show them for you next live stream there, Daniel.
Gregory Fields said, "Got Stones, wow, ?
Got Stone?
It says Got Stones, wow, ? Maybe that's the album.
Oh, the interview album? I guess that's what he's talking about.
I don't know. Stones Now. He meant to say Stones Now.
What is it?
He meant to say Stones Now.
Stones Now. I got December's Children here, but I don't have the Stones Now. I got it in the other room. Sorry, I can't have all of them here at my... Alright, we talked about the Beatles White Album, the stereo 502,000 that's got no EMI on the labels. I'm gonna put this up on my eBay store, STICKERMANIA 2853 on tomorrow. And it's got a small E on Revolution number 9 that was a mistake. Revolution number 9 with a small E and all the other letters are capital. Very first day issue mistake. November 22nd, 1968, when I first started working in the grocery business 56 years ago. This is a USA copy that was on the counter. Sold for $7.94 in the little grocery store. I had the top 10 albums of the Christmas season. Got some Beatles magazines to close us out. Yellow Submarine. I got some date books. I got some Tiger Beat. All right, here's some. You got the 1968 official Yellow Submarine magazine. A little bit of wear to the front there. This one's real nice. They made all 4 Beatles from, I think this was Teen Screen. And they made one for each one. Ringo Starr, the most popular Beatle, 1964 in America. He got the most fan mail. Got this magazine called 15 instead of 16. How you can become the 5th Beatle. They're there dressed up in their beach. That's from 1963 in England. Got a Tiger Beat. It's all about Lloyd Thaxton put this out. Tiger Beat. That's the Byrds, the Stones, Herman Hermits, which was real big at the time. A date book magazine all about the Shindig show that Jimmy O'Neill put out on LA. Here's a trivia question. Were the tracks that you heard on the Shindig show, were they live or pre-recorded? I know the answer to that. Anybody want to try it? What do you think? Were the music on the Shindig show, were they live or pre-recorded? The answer?
Live.
They were not live. They were pre-recorded the morning before the show, so they didn't have to worry about the sound during the show, and the artists just mimed to the live performance they did earlier that day.
I can't believe Uncle Paul got something wrong.
Date book.
Brad Parnell said Shindig was before my time, but some of the videos I've seen looked live.
They look live because they were recorded live earlier that day. But they didn't want to have problems during the live taping with the girls dancing. So it was recorded like 4 or 5 hours before the actual taping. Date book with the Beatles. This is from 1965, the summer. Date book with George and his wife Patty on the cover. All about the Beatles. Wildest Beatles interviews ever. And it has teens that interview the stars, that hung out with the stars. This isn't the real rare one with the controversy Christiana remark from Lennon, but this one came out right after it. Paul McCartney on the date book from the winter of 1966. It's got George reading a date book on the back. All right, I think that's almost an hour. I think I've shown everything I have to show because the mail is pretty slow now. Let me show that Denny Lane album right there, signed Denny Lane. Last Denny Lane signed album I have. I sold all my Joey Malone Master Suite from 1982 in England. Denny Lane signed a bunch of albums. I sold all the other ones. All right, I think that was it. I hope we entertained you. Let me go out with that hat, the hat box. Mikey's got one like this. I think his is red. This is a real nice black one. 1964 Air Flight made this. Industries Air Flight in the United States. This is an official product licensed product that's in Terry Crane's book. Okay, thanks a lot for checking in with us. We'll be back Wednesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, same bat channel, same bat time. See you later. Thanks.
Bye bye.